7.7 billion people. 7.7 billion people in 195 countries. That's how many we are. For 11 of us, there is one company. So I think we're about 200, so we should have about 20 companies for all of us. With so many people, with so many businesses, what is it that sets you apart? What is it that sets your company apart? So today, I'm going to give you a story about something that we can all relate to. The other speakers have given us their stories. I'm going to give you our story. So I'll begin with something that I read about a few weeks ago on Bishop Masika. He's Mercy Masika's dad, the famed gospel singer. So he went to his hometown in Ukambani, specifically Yatta, and asked the people, what is it that's hindering our prosperity as a people? And they came up with 4 main things. Access to water, access to education, access to proper health care, and witchcraft. No, witchcraft is not our story for the day. So because he's a bishop, it was easy for him to call up his people, preach to them, and try to eradicate the witchcraft problem. But we still had the other 3 problems. So he got the people and asked them to partner and come up with a solution that would help them in the long run. So they said, okay, we can be farmers, and Kanai can probably relate to that, but we don't have access to proper water. So they then partnered and said, no neighbor should go more than 1 kilometer to look for water. And they were able to do that. That was step 1. Step 2 was, because we have the water, we're now able to farm. We can farm, we have the harvest, what do we do with it? So they began exporting the produce that they had, which then helped them eradicate the other problems, or at least try to eradicate and be in a better place than where they were. They were only able to do that through partnership. Partnership is the main ingredient in shared value. So shared value is a concept where companies look for solutions in social challenges. Now we go to our story, M-Pesa. Each and every one of us here can relate to M-Pesa. And I want someone from the audience to tell me how we used to send money before M-Pesa was introduced. Anyone? Sorry? Akamba bus. So what would you do? Put it in an envelope. And what if it didn't? And would it always get to the recipient? Okay. So 11 years ago, Safaricom found that problem in society. And M-Pesa was launched. It was seen as one of the most absurd ideas ever, that you could send money by an SMS. Because what you get on your phone, be it the iPhone XS Max or the feature phone, aka the Kabambe, is an SMS. But the founders believed in it, and they said, yes, we want an SMS-based solution. Today, 11 years on, Safaricom, and specifically M-Pesa, is recognized all around the world. A study done by Georgetown University and MIT has found that 2% of Kenyan households have been lifted out of poverty because of M-Pesa. There are 17 million transactions on M-Pesa every single day. 1.6 loans dispersed through M-Pesa every second. The access to bank accounts is phenomenal because it now sets a platform for M-Shwari, KCB M-Pesa. So you're able to have a platform and people come in and there's financial inclusion. Women who, because of social and cultural norms, were not able to participate in the economy can now do that because they're able to save, borrow, invest, repay, and grow. But Safaricom could not have done all this without partners. And the partnerships can sometimes be a little bit uncomfortable. But partners help you do better and sometimes even deliver faster and do more. So I want us to think about shared value in our individual lives. Think of it, we're all leaders in our homes, in our companies. Do we implement shared value with your partner, with your colleague? So do you look at your colleague and say, okay, you're better than me, you'll probably get the promotion, I won't, and let me just sulk and be upset? Or do you look at it as an opportunity and not a threat? And say, okay, you may be better than me at this, but how can I learn from you so that we partner and I can then do what you're doing, if not better? We have, I'm sure, stay-at-home moms, maybe some stay-at-home dads. So do we look at that as a sacrifice? What if we implement shared value and say what we're trying to get is a win-win situation? And we can't get win-win, by the way, by saying, I did X, you did Y, tick, tick, win-win. No, you don't even keep count. But you have to meet somewhere so that both parties feel that it's mutually beneficial to both parties. So partnerships cannot be underrated. And my message to all of you today is, when you see something, don't look at it as a threat. Look at it as an opportunity. For businesses, there's a lot out there. When you see a social challenge, think about how you can tap into the challenge and actually make money out of it. You're not an NGO. You want to make money out of it, and you can. So I'll just end my speech today by sharing an excerpt from a poem that I read. We are but a grain of sand in the desert of life, and the earth a grain of sand in the desert of the galaxy, and the galaxy a grain of sand in the desert of the universe. We are everything and nothing if not equally shared. Thank you.